guys. Welcome to our second press conference for Coach Smith here. We are a week into the season, not officially started yet, not starting practices, but we've been doing some outside scrimmages with other teams, getting our players prepared, a few exhibitions. Just have a few of you here curious, asking some questions tonight. So, who wants to get started first? All right, you can go.
Yeah.
All right. Mark Adams, front row here. I was just asking here, over the first few scrimmages that you've done so far, what do you think your team is offensively? How do you think y'all do offensively?
Well, first couple scrimmages we've had two, they've looked okay. We actually just got done with one right then. That's where I just got back from. And today wasn't as good offensively or even defensively, but the ball movement is a lot better than the past, couple years have been. We're getting more open looks. Guys are cutting, moving when they don't have the ball. And transition looks good too. I know I spoke in the last press conference that one of our biggest advantages offensively may be, scoring in transition. And so far in practice, scrimmaging in practice against each other, but also against another team, we've looked good in transition if we get the ball and guys leak out and score. So, yeah.
Just a follow-up question here is, what about defensively? I know you mentioned something on that just a second ago, but defensively were the first two games.
Well, we really just went over man in practice, and we only run man in our scrimmages. But like the same thing offensively. First scrimmage was good. Today we struggled a little bit. Guys aren't talking on screens, and even guys are off ball. They're in the wrong places. They're not in the right spots on the court. Help D is weak, and so when guys drive in, they're either late getting to the offensive player to stop the ball, or it just gets kicked out for a three. And so we've got to work on that. That's going to be something we touch on this week, and hopefully we can continue to improve that.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, me over here on the right.
Yeah.
I'm Daryl Miller of ESPN. I was just asking here, who on the team do you think has made the biggest jump from last year so far with these first few practices?
Biggest jump? I've seen, big jump from Charlie Vance. Charlie Vance looks great so far this year. Offensively and defensively, he's a weapon. Inside, he can be lethal. He's got a long body, and he's able to finish over defenders. But not only that, it's hard to block his shot out on the perimeter because he's shooting at such a high release. And so I've seen a big jump from him. Hopefully we can get him quicker on defense, but he's looking to be in a good spot for us right now. And Billy Powell as well. He's knocked down tons of threes in our first two scrimmages, and I'm hoping that for him his confidence continue to grow, because that's something that he's lacked these past couple seasons. And if we can get that down, I think that those two can play big roles this season, especially Charlie, hopefully looking to be the leader of this team this year. And so I'm really excited for those two and the rest of the guys as well. Obviously we've only had two scrimmages and a couple practices, so there will be I'm looking forward to a lot more guys improving as we continue and going through the season. I'm ready for the next question.
Over here, I think do I go next? All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Brother Reddish of Thomas Aquinas Sports here. Over these past few practices, has there been a change in your depth chart at all?
Well, I will say I kind of had an idea who my starting lineup would be going into the season just based off previous years. But there is potential, after today especially, scrimmage was rough, that it could change. And, guys may be offended by it, but at the end of the day, you're all fighting for a spot. And so it's just going to be can go out there, execute, listen. Whether we win or lose, as long as we play our hardest and execute and do what we're capable of, the guys will play and get minutes. And so right now it is looking to change after today. I may switch some things around, but obviously we've still got more practices. Hopefully we can get in some more scrimmages and to be able to measure and see if guys will continue, if the depth chart's going to go up or down, however it's going to move. But with that being said, I don't want my players to be discouraged, because we're all, at the end of the day, everybody on this team has a role and will play a role. to help us win and succeed and hopefully win a championship in this league.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Bill Jameson of LCA Sports. After seeing this team play, do you think they have a shot at the championship this year?
Absolutely. This team has all the pieces and the potential to go out and win a championship in this league this year. But really, it's just going to be a matter of the chemistry getting down, guys not getting frustrated at other guys, and just going out, listening to me, and executing the jobs and the roles that I give each player. Because, as I said before, every player has a role in this team, and it may not be to score the ball every time you come up the court, but that doesn't mean that you're less valuable to the team as somebody else is that's scoring 15, 20 points a game. But yeah, this team has all the pieces, but at the end of the day, it's going to be up to them and their listening skills, the way they execute offensively and defensively, what I give them, and it's up to the players at a point. There's only so much that I can do, and they're just going to have to take it upon their hands at some point. So yeah, that's all I have to say, really. Thank you.